Are we starting now?
No. I will tell you.
You said something about sexy juice.
If you're not monetizing your voice, you're already
Every
behind.
podcast needs a funnel.
Content, clips, consistency, no days off.
This is just a hobby.
Yo, question.
Yes, sir.
So I was thinking about this because of an incident earlier this week. Should people over the age of 50 be required to retake their driver's test? Just like the moment you turn 50?
I would push it to 65, retirement age. If you are retiring from work, you should have to retake it. I will go every 5 years until 75. Every 2 years until, we'll call it 2.5 years until 80. And then you in that thing every year.
And we're talking like the actual driver's test, not just the written.
Yeah. You know where else I would put that rule? Politics.
POTUS.
Yes. Like that, it drives me insane. What other, in fact, look up, our producers right now, look up how many active Fortune 500 CEOs are older than the president. I want us to look at that. I think the past 2 presidents have been born in the same year or around that, well, like whatever it is. But I want to look up how many Fortune 500 CEOs are A, older than the president, B, is he 80 or is he in the 70s?
I think he's upper 70s.
Yeah. How many Fortune 500 CEOs are older than the president? In fact, let me see if AI can actually do this. How many Fortune 500 CEOs are older than the president?
2 is your answer from our producer.
So 2. We're talking about 500 companies. Only 2 are older. Yet we've decided at that
leader of the free world
to lead what was once formerly the leader of the free world, but to lead the free world. That is what's absurd to me. You have to, if you have a minimum age, yeah, that's what it is. Anything you have to have a minimum age for, you have to have a maximum.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a solid,
or at least just retest, because there are still very self-sufficient mid-70-year-olds that I know.
Yeah, not to run a country,
but I'd put him behind the wheel of a car.
Because think about it.
Or check on.
When you're super young, you can't ride roller coasters. When you're super old, you can't ride roller coasters. When you're super young, you can't chew solid foods. When you're super old, you can't chew solid foods. There is literally a problem where the Republicans are close to losing a majority because their Senate members are dying. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, and dying from old age, not because a van hit them. From old age. We have people refusing to retire and making decisions that make no sense because of that. So anyways, I don't know. Maybe that's where I went. But driving, yeah, sure, 65.
I'm with it. Also, my story behind this is our producers asked me to ask this question to start the episode. And I was like, okay. And that's my story. I did not encounter anyone on the road this week who ran me off the road.
Yeah, no, that doesn't bother me as much. I mean, I think we all have that feeling of like when someone's driving 20 miles under the speed limit, and you're like, I know who this is.
It's that, or, you know, you sit in that passenger seat with someone who it's like, ooh, we're a little swervy here.
Yeah.
And they ain't been drinking.
Yeah. They just don't have the fine motor skills it takes to do the job anymore. And that is fine. Aging gracefully is okay. But to be in every other place except for the presidential office is absolutely absurd.
You know, that is an interesting aging gracefully. That might have to be next week's rent free for me. That might sit in my head for a little while, because like you think about all the humility you need to have to age well is remarkable. Like there's so many faculties and things that you lose in the process of aging.
And aging isn't respected in our culture.
That's hard. Yeah.
And when I say
true.
well, in some cultures, but
in kind of like Western culture.
Yeah, in Western society, the second you are no longer of capitalistic value, you get discarded.
Yeah,
you get pushed down. When you become a financial burden once again, it's worse than as a child, because as a child, when you're a financial burden to your parents, to the school system, to the government, there is potential that you will pay that back with your job, with bringing in a family, with your economic output will be greater than what you need. But when you're old, there's nothing left. And you've amassed this whole lifetime of skills and experiences and memories only to be dismissed. And I'm not even saying that as a condemning to society. I do that as well. You know, like, so that's a very sobering thought of, okay, well, what really matters?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's fascinating. Look at us getting
what a way to start the pod.
Yeah. On that note,
deeply philosophical.
Ladies and
gentlemen,
welcome to This Is Just a
Mortality Check. I'm sorry, hobby. Woo.
I'm your host, Adam Constantine, alongside
Aaron Mojer.
And we have a great show planned for you. We're actually going to be starting a new block next week. So every week we have a production meeting on this. And we're going to start bringing in some of what we do on a day-to-day basis, which is we both work in marketing and advertising and storytelling, all of these things. So next week, we're going to be doing a new segment kind of around that, which we're pretty excited about. Not going to tell you too much right now, but it will be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. It'll be fun and a little chance to, like, you know, flex a teeny bit. So that's cool.
There we go. We are kicking it off with an Am I the A-hole that I'm going to read. So
excellent.
This has a story and then an update. Would I be the a-hole for suing my friend when she didn't come to my wedding?
I mean, early verdict is yes. But but that's why it's on Reddit. Let's find out.
All right, let's see what we got. I, 25 female, recently got married to my 25 male husband in Bali, Indonesia in January. It was a destination wedding. What?
Nothing. I mean, I'll just listen.
It was a destination wedding. My parents and his parents paid for their own plane tickets and hotel, but we paid for our friends' plane tickets and hotel stays. Each plane ticket was about $2,000 USD, and hotel was maybe about $150, $300 for a week. My friend Gemma brought along her newlywed husband, John, obviously not real names, along, but paid for his plane ticket. The problem is, Gemma and John did not show up to my wedding. Gemma took the free plane ticket to Bali and the hotel room, and when I asked her why she didn't show up, she said that since they couldn't afford their own honeymoon, that this was a perfect opportunity and that Jim decided that he didn't feel like going. I was really hurt by this since Gemma and I had been friends for over 10 years. Would I be the a-hole if I took her to small claims court for the money I spent on the plane ticket and hotel? I'll read the updates in a second, but yeah.
Fully flip-flopped. Yeah. You better. Like, oh.
Can you imagine?
Here's the other beautiful thing about this. There is one instance of this happening in history. Gemma and John, if they're on Reddit, know exactly who you're talking about.
That is very true. And anybody that went to the wedding.
Don.
Because you know, well, I'm telling you, if it's me, and I'm going to love the wedding, I'm going to do all that. But I'm saying, you know, they just showed up because they didn't feel like it. They're here. I got them on Find My. I see where they're at. They're at the waterfall right now.
Number one, no, not at all. Not the a-hole. Full verdict. And I want to hear your update. However, so I got a friend from college. So we got married in Michigan. You traveled to it, which was a destination wedding for pretty much all of our friends and family outside like a little bit of Mariah's family.
Correct.
We got married up there. One of my friends came from DC. We got married on a Friday night. Ceremony happens. This was a friend from college. All the other college friends text her 2 minutes into the ceremony. Hey, are you coming? She's in the middle of Lake Michigan.
Oh,
not because she wanted a vacation. She thought the wedding was on Saturday.
Oh, no. The pit in her stomach must have been insane because you can't do anything. Oh, no.
She and her boyfriend had rented a boat, a sailboat trip in the middle of Lake Michigan. I found this out like a year later. Everybody told the story. And now I'm like, I think it's hilarious.
Oh, that's so funny.
They got the boat driver, booked it back, and made it to the reception in time so they could hug me. And I had no idea.
Wow.
Not a clue. But I was like,
I could not.
Great imagine. Story later on. And yeah, she must have felt mortified. I didn't pay for anybody to get to Michigan. Like, totally different, but made me laugh.
I felt mortified when I only had 4 minutes to hop on the podcast because I thought it was an hour later. A whole day, and you oh, nah. All right, let's read these
so
updates.
Funny. Yeah, update.
So update. I messaged Gemma per multiple comments advising me to invoice her for the plane ticket and hotel room, but I did something a little better. I wanted to get proof, so if I had to go to court, it would be easier to win. I messaged her this. Hey, sorry for being so distant, but I just wanted to talk to you about Bali. I'm hurt that you didn't show up to the ceremony. I pulled a lot of strings to ensure that you could come, and you didn't show up. Do you think I paid for the trip just so you and John could honeymoon, just so you could honeymoon with John? She replied, I've missed you a lot, and I know the trip was for your wedding, but John didn't want to go because he felt like your wedding ruined the illusion of the trip being our honeymoon and that you'd understand. First of all, who is this man that she married? Hey, look, let me just put this out there.
The illusion.
Yeah, let me just put this out there. To any of my fiance's friends. If I pay for y'all to do something, there ain't gonna be no, he would understand. I won't. I won't. Let me be clear. I will not.
And then we will send you this podcast as receipts.
Correct.
Golly.
So the writer, she said, I replied, no, I don't understand. You took advantage of me, and that's not what real friends do. So I'm invoicing you $2,387.53 for the cost of the plane ticket and hotel room. I will give you 30 days, and after that, I will be taking legal action. I received no response, but she's been posting subliminal quotes on Instagram that are along the lines of entitled friends and having snakes in your life. Thank you all for your verdicts and help. Let me just tell you, okay.
They're going to small claims court? I need another update. There better be one.
There is another update. I am going to, let me just say this. After that update, I'm still fully clear, not the a-hole. However, if a friend is posting on Instagram, you've been friends with her for 10 years, she's posting about you on Instagram about snakes and all that stuff, that means she's been that type of friend for 10 years. You know the type of friend she is. The type of friend where everything always happens to them and everyone else is always wrong.
Very valid point. Well, hang on. How long has she been with John? Because that is a 95% chance, or she got into a relationship that changed her dramatically, because people do that.
True. It doesn't change your posting habits online. It's the
probably true.
The snakes in the grass. She may be talking to John, sure, but like a knife in the front is hurtful, but a knife in the back is worse because it's from friends. Shut up! Why am I? Take me off your close friends. I don't want to see this. You're 37 years old. Your 401k has $117,000. Act like you're a grown up. Sorry, that
that one hit home.
So yeah. No, I can't. The subtweeting type, like, look. Let me tell you something. I could be going through, and look, Aaron, you know it. I could be going through some rough stuff. You're not gonna know. I'm gonna post myself having fun on a roller coaster. Meanwhile, I just been hurted. Nah, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna know.
I mean, on the ghost accounts, we might post a couple things every
on the ghost
every couple days.
On the ghosties. All right, the next edit. Update part 2. I didn't think this could get worse, but here we are. Oh my goodness. For the record, I have actually only read the top part of this. So I only knew the story.
Let's
part.
go.
So this is new
Let's
for
go.
me too.
Let's find this out.
I didn't think this could get worse, but here we are. I didn't respond to any of the subliminal messages she posted about me on social media, and I've been very quiet while I've been getting my ducks in a row for the litigation. But this past Friday, she sent me a 3-page audit of financial and emotional contributions from 2015 to present. I wish I was effing joking. The audits. She itemized every dinner or lunch we've ever ate together. She estimated $18 per meal. Gas money for driving to and from hangouts. Oh my gosh. A birthday gift from 2017 that she now claims she went into debt for. Time spent emotionally supporting me after my dad passed. Nah.
First of
for
all,
those listening who don't know, like, my father has passed as well, so reading that just like changed the entire. She said she even took on the role of a grief counselor for me, even though I talked to her on the phone about it once for 30 minutes. Oh, this is okay, you're still not the a-hole, but this type of friend, like, for 10 years, you knew what type of friend this was. This can't be a surprise to you.
there is still this like teeny tiny piece of hope, glimmer of like, hey, is this all just John Don, whatever his name is, the man who talks about the illusion of our honeymoon? Is this still just him pulling the strings? But
Yeah, it absolutely could be.
But
That
holy
one
moly.
time she helped me move apartments. She wants to be paid for her labor and emotional distress caused by me threatening litigation. Her grand total, $2,412.09, which is conveniently within $25 of what I invoiced her. She then told me that if we're really keeping score, that I actually owe her $24.56. I think I stared at the document for 10 minutes in silence in shock from the audacity because this bee is delusional. To clarify, I had never asked her to cook for me. While I was in college, she did pay for lunches, but when I definitely returned the favor, big time once you don't even like that's not a thing.
Say these are not contractual transactional things. I don't know that the small claims court thing from the Bali ticket is either, but golly, at this point, just get this human being out of your life.
Aaron,
Please.
imagine, I think I could get to 2 paychecks. I could say something like, if I did not pay you 1 paycheck, right? You'd be like, Adam, what's going on? And I could spin something, like I could abuse our friendship enough to where you would believe me. 2, you would not. So imagine if you said, hey, Adam, you owe me a month's salary. And then I respond to the email with every interaction that we've ever had. In fact, there was a time, I'm going to air out our semi-dirty laundry. I scheduled a birthday party. So one year, I scheduled a birthday party. Aaron said he could make it. Then he said he couldn't. So the next year, I said, what dates are you free? I scheduled the birthday party, and he still didn't make it because he forgot that he had something else scheduled on that day.
Then the next year, he scheduled it, and I had appendicitis.
Correct.
Sorry. Audio viewer. I had appendicitis.
Imagine,
bro, that's absurd.
Imagine if you didn't get paid for a month. You said, hey, where's my money?
Trips.
And I sent you an invoice that said cancellation fee for the trips that you did not show up to, medical advice because you called me because I had taken my appendix out. You called me to ask my symptoms. I charged you medical advice and the grief, pain, and suffering of the business because you took paternity leave. Invoiced you for the travel to your wedding. Invoiced you for the travel that I took for the bachelor party.
That every professional one-on-one we have is actually you just counseling me professionally?
That is life coaching. That's what that is.
Also, my going rate is like, I don't know, 100,000 an hour. So
my gosh. Yeah. So
That's
just so
absurd.
all of that, I bought her many gifts. She's like saying all this stuff, which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, sure.
So
What
she
happens?
said, I
That's what I
respond,
need
I will
to
be
know.
extremely. She's like, I decided to give the message a thumbs down because if I respond, I will be extremely disrespectful with anger I am facing. I cannot wait to sue for these 30 days to be over because I will be suing the daylights out of her.
Not the a-hole. That's all. Like,
Yep.
I don't know if there's a conclusion yet, but that was concluded in the first message.
I know, that's the thing. There's not a.
What was the last update? She talked about 30 days being over.
Last update.
mean,
So this was posted 34 days ago. So it's probably like
Ooh,
in the
they
process
litigation
of
right
happening now. The only thing that I do want to take from this is, and I want this virtually and I want this in real life. When someone says something you don't like, just thumbs down them to their face. Just thumbs down them. Right? When someone says, hey, is he still serving breakfast? No, don't do that to service workers. We need to be kind to your service workers. When someone says something disrespectful, you just go, don't say anything. Just thumbs down them right to their face.
100%. Count me in. Not the a-hole. That's the verdict.
Agreed. And literally, hey,
Golly.
producers, can you, like, every episode, let's check to see if
that's been updated.
If that's been updated. I am
real.
so invested in this.
Oh.
All right. I
just sorry, audio listener. Just glance at your phone for a moment. Something's got to stay. Something's got to stay.
Hey, look,
behind the curtain.
Yep, there are inside jokes and there are outsides, and that was an inside, and y'all are outside. There's not much more that I could say, except for this.
Audio listener, we are thumbs downing.
Full thumbs down right now. Yes.
Oh, I got another game. You're gonna have to mute your speakers, but we still need to be able to hear you.
Say something.
Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear you, but you did say, "Can you hear me now?" So
excellent. So this
I'm
game's
feeling pretty
Great.
confident about this game, baby.
All right.
Also, do not explain the game because I will not hear you, or I guess you can, but
I'm going to.
Let me know when
and
we're
then
starting.
I will. Yes, deal.
Are we starting now?
No. I will tell you.
You said something about sexy juice.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Right, hold
on. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
That was hilarious, first of all. We have to use it. I'll just give you 2 thumbs up when I'm actually giving the clue. I'm going to intro the game, then I'll give 2 thumbs up and ask you the first question.
Okay, sounds good.
The way this works is you have 5 questions. All you have to do is get 1 right. Okay.
Locked in. 20%. I am
Can you hear me?
Unplugged, so I cannot
Can't hear me at all.
No, I
Great.
cannot.
Okay. He can't hear me. I'm going to ask him 5 questions. If he gets 1 right, he wins.
All right, let's lock in.
Name the 3 primary colors on the color
When
wheel.
I tell you, it looks like I'm watching Japanese subtitles. I have no idea, so we're going to have to hold on. I'm going to have to make your screen bigger, number 1, but I don't think this is going to work. I can only see you now. I'm locked in, but I cannot hear anything.
Name the 3 primary colors on the color wheel.
Name the 3 most provocative colleges on the Minnesota Twins. I don't know any baseball players. Sammy Sosa. All right, second one.
What is the state capital of Illinois?
What is the capital of Illinois? I think is what was said. And I want to say Chicago, but I don't think it's Chicago. And I live in Illinois. This is not good. Springfield. All right, number 3.
What number did Jackie Robinson wear?
Let's go. I'm even going to use a prompt for this one. 42, baby. Jackie Robinson wears number 42. I was able to read the woo. My ancestors helped me get that one. All right, I'm locked.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I have no idea, but I know that is what is said. So, how much? All right, well, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a wood? None. All right, last one. I feel like I've nailed this. By the way,
Name any team that has won the NBA Finals.
oh, Lakers, Celtics, Cleveland. This is for you. Yeah, I'm locked in on that. All right, hold on. Let me plug this back in. All right, how we do?
All right. I'm going to review these with you.
Okay, I think I got 3 out of 5. But let's see what we had.
The first question. Name the 3 primary colors on the color wheel.
Did not get that.
You said Sammy Sosa. Oh. You were better on the second one. What is the state school of Illinois? You said Springfield. I'm just messing. You got the second one right, too. It was the state capital. I was going to try and rewrite all these questions now. What number did Jackie Robinson wear? You said 42.
42.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know the answer either. I just thought that was funny to say. And name any team that has won the NBA Finals. You got
the Lakers.
All 3.
Give me that, baby.
Next time I do it, I'm not going to enunciate. I'm just going to speak more like this. But well played, sir. Well done. That was good lip reading.
That being said, it's time to move into. I can see you queuing up.
I was 5 octaves higher and 3 notes off. I was close. Next time I'll try and harmonize with you. I don't even know what that word means.
Oh,
anyways,
man.
What's living in your head rent free? Also, new rule this week, new block this week, because we can ramble on this segment. 2-minute timer.
2-minute timer, baby. So one of the things that consistently comes out in reports is that Norway is the happiest country on earth. And you hear that a lot about the Nordic countries. I randomly came across an American that has moved to Norway, not really in search of that, but wasn't satisfied with the rat race of America and moved to Norway. And the thing that really that I took, and she said a lot of things. She creates a lot of content. If I can find it, we can drop it in the show notes. Is people are happier there because life is simple and they expect less. So a lot of times, like, the happiness is actually, it's not necessarily, their lives are so great. It is the expectation that I have in life is less. Here in America and really in the West, it is expect the most and go do the most. When you build a company, you build it to $1 billion company. When you make a podcast, you get it to millions of listeners. When you get a job, you get hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. When you have kids, they should get into the best schools and they should do all of this. And when it's a food, sometimes it's expecting less, which means it's more an introspection on what I am doing as opposed to what I'm expecting from everyone else. So the rent-free moment is, how can I create a simple life through my expectations? Now, a caveat. This is not for people that are below the poverty line or intentionally marginalized or held down. This is not one of those watered down, keep me happy.
Be happy with what you got. Yeah.
No, that is absolutely not what I am saying. This is once you pass the survival line into a convenience line.
Daddy, chill.
Is that the timer?
I don't even know what was just said. I just heard Squeak's voice come on. Real confusing.
It's not Squeak's voice. voice. That's so funny that you
What
thought
did it say?
voice. It's the
Daddy, chill.
Oh, Daddy Chill. Never mind. I was way
fact
off.
that you thought that was Squeak's voice.
I just thought
is
Squeak
even
came off
more
mute to
insane.
talk to us for a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard what that was. My bad,
Well, that's
Squeak.
my-
My
That's my time. I'm done on that.
This is
Oh
gonna go
my
downhill
God.
quick. Oh,
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 that's so funny.
I just thought it was a producer cutting us off.
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't listen to a lot of Call Her Daddy, so that was not familiar to me. If that's what that was from.
It's also not from that. That is from
I
a
did my
meme
best.
from a YouTube skit. What the hell is even that? That's the next line that comes from that. So yeah,
Oh,
how can I simplify my life by lessening the expectations that I have?
that's going to transition really well into my 2 minutes. And then we'll just banter or chat about both
Start
of them.
the
back and
clock.
forth. Here we go. This is rent free as of this morning.
Mm.
Because I attended a men's Bible study get together this morning. We watched this video, and let me begin. I am not going to go down all the nuances of identity politics, all this other stuff. So we're just going to, I don't have time for that at the moment. This study is about biblical manhood. What does the Bible teach about men's roles in life? And this week was looking at this idea of if human beings are made in the image of God, we are made to be creators and cultivators because God himself is a creator and cultivator. And where we err on that is when instead of creators, we just become fully consumers. Life is about me, myself, I, anything I want to consume for my joy, my pleasure, my whatever, rather than being a creator who serves others by creating and making an impact and having meaning. Cultivator is through the idea, this can be in a lot of spheres, but the idea of cultivating community, cultivating healthy households, healthy family dynamics, work dynamics, all those things, versus the alternative to that was this idea of being a critic. Am I just, I'm not even willing to get into the game. I'm just going to critique what everyone else does because I would do it better.
Yes.
And so it is in my head rent free as of this morning, but probably will sit with me for a while, is starting to do this little audit of my own life of, hey, in that area, in the workplace, in my household, in the different roles I play as a father, as a husband, as a friend to people, as a coworker, am I living out life as a creator and cultivator, or am I just a consumer and a critic? And I really want to be the former and not the latter. I don't know what I'm at timing wise, but that is in my head rent free right now and will be for a little while.
The two things I would rebut to that
Go ahead.
is there's a similar secular version, which is everyone wants a village, no one wants to be a villager. No one is willing to.
Sure.
All right, cool. We're a village. Who's going to take out all the village's trash to the next place? That type of stuff. The second thing I will say, I see a lot of Western Christianity being the consumer and critic culture. And you are actually somebody that I point to that I'm like, Christians should be so busy doing good or attempting to be an imperfect version of Christ that they don't have the time to consume and critique. And the way that you are an elder at your church, the way that you have, I'm talking about now over a decade now, have been with this program that helps men that are at risk, and not just help and attend, but I'll call me, I got to go pick up so-and-so from this place and take them there. I would say that you embody that in a way that I, one, am like, yep, that's what it should look like, and two, admire. So I would say that you are in that. One, if you just look at yourself by yourself, and then two, in the grand scheme of things, comparatively in Western Christianity, I would put that. So I will give you those kudos.
Number one, thank you. Number two, still room for growth. We'll just leave it at that.
That's a
plenty of it.
With that,
no, thank you.
that
is definitely a goal in life of mine is to be more other focused than I am self focused.
Absolutely. And on that, we're heading out. We're really excited about some of these next edits that we're going to be doing. Also, if you all want to see things or want us to hear our thoughts on things, let us know. We'd love to hear that. We know there are some of you that do hit us up with things. We take those into account. Why? Because we're still small. So you can be able to do that. But thank you so much. Even though we are small, we do have a pretty decent sized team that do that. Thank you to Nate Huntley for writing.
Even though you write terrible questions.
Yes,
clues,
we are very
whatever they
upset
are.
with you this week.
Great work.
Thank you to our producers, Squeak and Sinbad. You will never know their real names. Our technical producer and director, Will, the bald one, Young. We are super excited to come back to you.
And our editor, Sam Lee. Woo, woo.
Oh, and our editor. And we're still working these things out. Why? Because this is just a
Hobby, starring Adam Constantine and Viola Davis. Still. Oh, no, sorry.